All right, man. What it do? It's Coach Flows on. I just wanted to make this video for any aspiring artists. I've got a couple of messages from artists that want to improve or they're just starting out. So I just wanted to give a complete outline on ways you can improve your lyrics or get better as a beginner rapper. All right, so if you're a beginner, first 10 techniques that will improve your rhymes. The first thing is rhyming for sure. So a lot of what I see in beginner artists when they send me lyrics to go over is their structure is not easy for them to revise. So basically you just want to format your raps in a way that you have your rhyme word at the end of your line. So just break it down like a poem and make sure your raps are clear and in order, so when you need to go back and change, you can look and see, hey, well, this was supposed to rhyme here and it didn't, or XYZ. So just make sure you structure your raps so that you can easily see them. So get them organized, get your lyrics organized. And then also about rhyming, make sure your every line rhymes, or however you want your rhyme scheme to be, make sure words are rhyming at some point. So, a little bit more advanced technique is to rhyme in different places, but the basic structure for a beginning artist is thought, rhyme, thought, rhyme in your line with a rhyme. Like, just make sure you rhyme every time at the end of your lines, and then move on to the next idea, and then just keep rhyming. But that's just beginner basics. I hear a lot of kids are like trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to that when I'm listening to them when they're first sending me music. All right. Number 2, make sure you're comparing objects in your songs. People listen to raps and they want to be shown different ideas. So if you compare two different objects in a way that we haven't heard them be compared before, then we're going to be like, wow, that's pretty cool. So like if even with the rap of today where they're talking about guns and all that stuff. So if someone was to say, I keep a stick like hockey, you are immediately able to make the connection in your mind. Like, oh, they have a hockey stick. There's a stick they use for playing a sport, and he means a gun. So just drawing those correlations, people get excited about being able to insinuate exactly what you mean or understand exactly what you mean by similes. Number 3, make sure if you want to use metaphors, go ahead and use them. Just go ahead and say that you're outright something or something else is something. Let me see. So like, I got that big bag laundry, or no, that might be, yeah, that's kind of like a metaphor. Like, you got a big bag of money, but it's like a big bag you use for laundry. So that's just off the top of the head. It's not the best metaphor, but just say one thing is the other thing. So my money tall giraffe or something like that. But yeah, cool. Alliteration is a more advanced rap technique. You're going to put all the words that have similar or the same beginning letter, you're going to put them all back to back one after the other. So like Peter Piper picked up whatever that little thing is, or the tongue twisters. So basically, if you can create a tongue twister in rap, people are going to be like, oh wow, that's pretty good. He was able to put all those letters together. So that's an idea you want to try to use. Illusion and not illusion, not something imaginary. An illusion refers to something that's already understood. So people referring to Donald Trump's money back in the day, I'm up like Donald Trump. That means like Donald Trump had a lot of money, I'm up like him. So if they say something negative about him now in raps, then they're alluding to his presidency and their disagreement with it. Allude to memes that are popular. Just refer to things that people are already familiar with to draw a connection with the audience, and that's going to help your bar stand out. More than likely, if a person is able to easily connect with what you say, they're going to share it with somebody else to see if they catch that same idea that you presented. So just connect with the audience. That's the main thing you're trying to do with rap. A lot of times people just try to tell other people that they can rap in their songs, but no one really cares if you can rap. They just care if you can connect with them. So just always remember that. People don't care if you can rap. People care how you connect with them. Name dropping is another form of illusion. So this is number 6 that I'm on. Name dropping is another form of illusion. So if you say I'm balling like Michael Jordan, then people are going to automatically refer to the sport Michael Jordan played, or they're going to think you mean you're getting as much money as he's getting since he's a billionaire now. So easy to use a name as a illusion, a way to allude to something that already connects to what the listener knows. All right. So number 7, wordplay, breaking words into small phrases. So there's a rap where I say, but my, so I said all these rappers praising pillin', probably popping penicillin, but my pen is in the ceiling. I'm overhead's projector. All right. So popping penicillin, pen in the ceiling. So I broke down the word to make it into 3 separate different words. So that's wordplay, playing with the words and trying to find new ideas within the words. So there's plenty of words that are big enough for you to find 2 ideas and extract them and make them visible to the audience. So that's what you're trying to do. Break down an idea or break down a word and make it understood between you and the audience what you mean. So penicillin, pen in the ceiling. Ooh, that's cool. Those 2 ideas sound the same, but they're not the same word or meaning. Number 8, double entendre. So definitely, if you can find any way to say 2 things at once, that's going to hit at a more advanced level. If it's, the easier it is for people to understand the double entendre, the better the double entendre is. But if it's there, then it's totally fine. There's, in the same rap that I use, I said, textbook bars, I'm high class, I lecture. So the way I present it is textbook bars, I'm high class, I lecture. So double entendre for high, meaning the top tier, high class is upscale, prestigious, and high class is what a teacher or a professor that would lecture says. So I'm high class, like I'm all like high class because I lecture. Get it? All right. So scheme. So staying on one topic throughout the song or throughout a verse or throughout a length of bars or a length of lyrics. Stay on one topic. It helps people get enthralled in that idea. So if you're using kitchen bars and you're like, I pop up like a toaster with the heat like an oven, and this is just off the top of the head, I got drip like the sink, and something seasoning like the cabinets. So just staying in one area and one scheme helps the listeners get enthralled in that idea. So the more you can scheme and stay on one topic, the more it sounds like your bars are well thought out and well planned out. So definitely try using schemes. Shock value bars, I put this as number 10, but this is kind of vague, and it's how you see TJ X6 or something like that. All of his bars are shock value. Shot at a black man and took his shoes. I'm scamming, and these ideas are wow factor because they're like, oh, you're not supposed to say this. These are taboo. These are things you're not supposed to do. So those bars, I saved for the end because you just have to be calculated with it. TJ6 or TJX6, he doesn't claim to be a real rapper. He just, is kind of having fun. So for him to put out all shock value bars is the best way for him to be successful in rap because he's not really trying. There are other artists that use shock value bars in a different sense. Like when Kendrick dropped the Control verse, those were shock value bars, and then dropping those names were shock value. So anything that you feel like is going to capture the audience attention because it's seemingly taboo, like you're not supposed to say this or you're not supposed to do this in music, which Kendrick was theoretically not supposed to drop all those names and go at them, but it was good for the culture because it was a shock value bar. And then the other bars that he was saying in that he was saying in that song were shock value. So anything that's kind of out of the norm within the confines of your morals when you're writing these songs, go ahead and throw those ideas out there so it kind of shocks the listener and they're like, wow, okay, he's really serious about this idea. So those are 10 beginner techniques that you can start implementing. Some of those are a little advanced, but just depending on where you are in your raps, you can use any of these techniques to improve your bars. So the main thing you want to do is organize your rhymes. If you're a beginner, make sure you have your lines structured out so you can see where your rhymes are at, and then you can change those lines easily. So but yeah, so I'm going to make more videos. Drop questions below, message me on Instagram DM. We can work on specifically your bars. But yeah, I'm definitely just going to have to charge because it's so much work to work with so many people on their specific bars. But yeah, make sure you Instagram DM me or drop a comment below on questions you have. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow my Instagram. Since they're getting rid of TikTok, then we're just going to turn up on these channels. Thanks.